That we have been following here is this Arctic blast that is coming, and I will tell you, every time a break happens, I have like a million questions for Chris because I'm a little concerned that this is going to be pretty cold.
It's the coldest we've been in the last couple of years on the South Shore. Now we get hard freezes, usually a few times a winter north of the lake, but we tend not to get the extreme cold where pipes would need to be protected on the South Shore, but it definitely looks as though we're going to have several mornings of that. Before we get to that, let's deal with the next few days because we do have kind of a wet forecast through the night and into early tomorrow. Now, thankfully, temperatures, these are not any kind of wintry type weather. Temperatures are too warm for that, but it is a cold rain that will continue through the overnight and into early tomorrow. Models not exactly in agreement as to when the rain will end, but certainly wet at times during the morning and then drying out by the afternoon, but staying under mostly cloudy skies throughout the day tomorrow. And right now it has been kind of a gloomy day overall. Had a little bit more sunshine breaking through at times. 48 is our current temperature with light rain at Kenner. Also breezy winds out of the northeast at 17 miles an hour. Today's high was able to get to 53 degrees, but our morning low at 46. Temperatures over the next several hours probably not going to go much in either direction from where they are right now. 40s generally across most of the area. Might actually see temperatures kind of briefly increase during the early morning hours and then start coming back down again. But tomorrow does look to be a milder and a drier day, especially by the afternoon and evening. But we are looking forward more to the Arctic outbreak that is on the way. This has been a fairly well advertised, well forecasted air mass change, and we're talking temperatures below by minus 20 plus degrees in northern Canada, and that is getting opened up and brought straight down into the United States. Now this again is an Arctic outbreak where the origins of it are more from Siberia and Russia, the North Pole, and that is getting shifted down in the United States. And the coldest air will arrive by Friday morning, and that's going to be kind of a rapid temperature drop because our afternoon high Thursday will be in the upper 70s ahead of this outbreak, within that big temperature drop as we get into Friday morning. So where the temperature's going, again, pretty mild comparatively speaking for Thursday afternoon, but then as we wake up Friday morning, teens, 20s across most of the area, and most of us will see temperatures in that hard freeze range where pipes would need to be protected. As we get into Friday during the day, here's another concern. Some spots may stay below freezing Friday afternoon. The few of us that do get above freezing may only be above that 32-degree mark for maybe a couple of hours before we rapidly drop below freezing once again. Now, this model is based on the GFS with temperatures in the 20s by Saturday morning. I think more likely we'll see widespread teens north of the lake Saturday morning. That's Christmas Eve morning. I think Saturday will be our coldest morning. We should be well above freezing during the afternoon on Christmas Eve, then again below freezing as we start the day on Christmas. Probably not a hard freeze south of the lake, but north of the lake definitely, and we'll likely see another hard freeze on the North Shore by Monday morning as well. And this Christmas is shaping up to be maybe one of the coldest on record. Depending upon whether you look at the high or the low for the day, the coldest on record at both Kenner, I meant to label these, and Slidell, 27 and 14 degrees at the airport, 1983. Pretty close to that on the North Shore. 2004, we stayed in the 30s all day, stayed in the 30s, but did briefly drop into the upper 20s in Slidell. And 1990, one of the coldest Christmases on a record. So where we're looking at for our morning lows on both the North Shore and South Shore may go down as the second coldest Christmas on record. So a lot of folks have been asking, well, what should I do? What should I do here and there? Here's what I am doing. By Thursday night, I am making sure outside of my house, now I live on the South Shore, a slab home, I'm detaching all of my hoses and making sure all of those faucets are covered. I will be running kind of that pencil thin drip of a faucet farthest away from your main water line. So wherever your water comes into the house, find the faucet that is farthest away from that, and that's where you may want to run that pencil thin water line. And then as far as my plants go, I'm bringing in what I can and I'm covering up with a sheet those that I cannot. I'm using a bed sheet because if you have plastic, it can't actually touch the plant. A lot going on in the forecast. We'll be detailing it a little bit more as we get closer, but no, milder comparatively speaking through the rest of this week, especially by Thursday, than the big temperature drop, and it is going to be a cold Christmas weekend and staying pretty chilly even into early next week.